Now, before we get going on this lens test, I want to just mention one thing. That the first few shots were taken with my polarizing filter on, and I discovered in this very first shot that the polarizing filter sometimes does not help. As you'll notice, the center is quite dark. It's had quite an effect, but off to the sides there's not too much of an effect, and the sky is more natural. Now you have to realize that this is at like really wide angle. That's over 100 degrees wide, and we're looking up pretty near straight up into the sky there at those clouds. So there's quite a large area, quite a lot of different angles coming into the lens. So the polarizing filter, it's pretty well restricted to certain angles of light. So that's why it's that way. Dark in the center, light in the side. Now, the whole purpose of this test is, this is one of Nikon's VR lenses. In other words, they call it vibration reduction. And naturally, pictures like this, shots like this, it's going to be really easy to have them still, because you can open the lens up to, well, in this case, f4, and you can keep your shutter speed nice and high. But let's say I want to take advantage of the depth of field, and I want to stop the lens right down to f22, and at ISO 100 I'm going to be using a pretty slow shutter speed. And what I want to do here is, you see the corner of that metal shed, the very corner of the roof, not the peak, but the corner at the bottom of the arrow. I want to put that right up against the side of the lens. It's only going to be about 2, maybe 3 inches away from the lens. And the lens is going to be set at infinity, and we'll just see how still I can hold the camera. And I've already checked it out. This will be at 1/30th of a second, and we'll just see how steady I can hold the camera there using the VR. So okay, this is f22 at 1/30th of a second, and I've enlarged it here, and you can see there's no camera shake going on. Naturally, it's a little bit grainy and pixelated, but at least there's no shake. Now, from this angle, you can see the corner of the shed in the upper right-hand corner, and it's reasonably clear. Now, the camera was set at infinity, so those upright pillars are way off on the left-hand side, about 200 feet away. They're quite sharp. And the corner of the shed, which is only about 2 inches away, well, it's acceptable, but at least you can see what it is.